With snow, ice, freezing temperatures, and ferocious winds, the blizzard is one of Mother Nature's most effective killing machines. But it requires a particular combination of warm, moist air, rising through a cold air mass, which triggers snow and powerful winds. These drive the falling snow, as well as churning up the snow already on the ground, to reduce visibility to practically zero. And the brutal winds can create a dangerous wind chill that drops the effective temperature of the air to minus 50 degrees Celsius, killing anyone caught in its sweeping destruction. Featuring interviews from leading experts and extraordinary personal stories of survival, this episode of Deadly Disasters will focus on blizzards and extreme cold weather events from all over the world, including 2 historic blizzards to hit the mid-Atlantic coast of America and a shocking storm that struck Central Europe in 2017. In meteorological terms, a blizzard is a very specific extreme weather event. It is spawned by an unusual set of conditions that create the fatal combination of snow and driving wind, resulting in the dangerously low visibility and lethal cold which define these freak weather phenomenons. One of the most severe blizzards in recorded history occurred along the east coast of the United States in March of 1888. Nicknamed the Great White Hurricane, this mammoth of gale-force winds and heavy snowfall caused much of New York City's streets to virtually disappear under the deep snow drifts. The storm killed more than 200 of the city's citizens and energized New York City officials to further invest in vital infrastructure. Adjusted for inflation, the blizzard cost the city roughly $665 million worth of damage. Blizzards may even occur when there is little or no snowfall. High winds can whip up snow that is already on the ground, creating a swirling mass of airborne snow that is almost impossible to see through. The official U.S. National Weather Service definition of a blizzard is a storm which contains a large amount of snow, blown by winds of at least 56 kilometers per hour, that reduces visibility to no more than 400 meters for a length of 3 hours or more. When 1 or 2 of these conditions are forecast, the National Weather Service will issue a winter storm warning or heavy snow warning. If all 3 criteria are met, they will broadcast a blizzard warning. Blizzards pose extreme danger for a number of reasons. The winds in a blizzard can be as powerful as a hurricane, and just like a hurricane, if they strike coastal areas, they can cause surges of floodwater that inundate seaside communities. Blizzards can last up to 5 days, cutting off communities, leaving anyone trapped outside with little or no chance of getting to safety or being rescued. They reduce visibility, which can also kill, making travel by car extremely dangerous. Dry, powdery snow that has previously settled can be thrown into a cloud by the high winds, making it impossible to see anything. In such a whiteout, it is extremely difficult to tell which way is up, let alone see the road ahead. The strong winds and cold temperatures that go with blizzards can combine to create another danger, the wind chill. Even if temperatures are already sub-zero, wind chill can make the apparent temperature plummet, making it feel as cold as minus 50 degrees Celsius.
Jij ziet mij misschien 100 keer per dag en ik wil je hier zonder iets te verkopen gewoon even uitleggen waarom.
It's terrible. I can't believe that I'm out here, but I am because I have to go to work and I'm a responsible adult now and that's what I'm supposed to do. But it's super cold and as you can see, I'm still trying to catch my breath.
Expose yourself to this degree of wind chill during a blizzard and some terrible things will happen to your body.
if a strong blizzard is forecast or if you're caught in a blizzard. So first of all, make absolutely sure that you are really well dressed. So put as many layers as you can, because it's not only the snow really, it is the wind and the wind chill factor associated with it. So this is really what makes you lose heat, body heat, really quickly.
Bundle up, layer up, bundle up, cover up. If you gotta look ridiculous, but stay warm. Keep that wind off of your skin.
To stay healthy, we need to maintain a core body temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. A drop of just 2 degrees can quickly cause serious problems. It's at this time that hypothermia will set in, triggering symptoms like constant shivering, tiredness, and fast breathing. Drop below the 32 degrees Celsius mark and you will begin to experience poor coordination, slurred speech, confusion, and a clear lack of judgment. At this point, your breathing will start to slow. If eventually your temperature falls to below 28 degrees Celsius, your body will stop shivering. This is a very bad sign, as shivering is the body's way of trying to keep you alive. Due to the confusion, you may not even realize what's happening to you. Bizarrely, many victims of hypothermia will start to feel as though they are burning up. This is because the muscles have grown tired and let the warmer blood from the core stream back to the skin. Blizzards can bring chaos to vast swathes of land. Power outages may occur if lines are brought down by fallen trees, by the sheer weight of ice and snow. Water pipes freeze and the supply of fuel can be disrupted. There have been many deadly blizzards throughout the world. In 1993, a blizzard in the US dubbed the Storm of the Century killed over 200 people. At its height, the storm stretched thousands of kilometers from Honduras in Central America all the way to Canada. It resulted in the loss of power to over 10 million households. The storm was so widespread that it affected an estimated 40% of the American population. Even worse, in terms of the number of casualties, was a blizzard that struck Iran in 1972, where 4,000 lives were lost when a shocking 8 meters of snow fell for over a week, making it the deadliest blizzard to have occurred anywhere in the world. 2 towns were completely buried, with their entire populations killed. So how exactly does a destructive blizzard form?
You need warm air moving in, and you need cold air moving in. And so specifically thinking about the continental United States, you need low pressure areas, you need high winds, and you need cold massive air moving down south. The low pressures are right the way across the central plains of America. They're very, very common. The supply of cold air from Canada principally, I mean the prairies, but also maybe further north such as Greenland and of course even the Arctic.
The place that supplies the cold air is often the Canadian prairies. This flat, open region doesn't hold heat very well and is completely snow-covered in winter. It gets very little sun during the short winter days, and because it's so far north, what little sunlight there is comes in at a shallow angle and has little heating effect. The Rocky Mountains provide a geographical feature that also plays an important role.
What happens is, if the jet stream actually moves over like an obstacle like the Rockies, there is a concept which we call conservation of vorticity. And vorticity is essentially a description of how fast air rotates. And so if air moves over a mountain range or whatever obstacle, gets kind of squeezed, and when you squeeze air, it's a bit like an ice skater, air starts to swirl faster. And if it does that, it starts to bend, and that bending happens in the wake of the Rocky Mountains, and this bending is literally an expression of low pressure activity. So that is not only what we call a trough, which is like lower pressure and more active weather in general, but it also provides the conditions for smaller low pressure systems and those that are associated with blizzards to form.
Blizzards are usually associated in people's minds with heavy, fresh snowfall.
We're getting off a little bit early, trying to beat the storm, expecting 2 feet, so it's a gorgeous day here in New York, no complaints.
That's it. Work hard, play hard.
But that is not the only way that blizzards can occur. In the Midwest of the United States, ground blizzards can strike, and they require little or no snowfall whatsoever. Ground blizzards occur when ferocious winds whip up snow that is already on the ground. Ground blizzards pose such grave danger because they happen immediately after unseasonably warm air temperatures. This can give people a false sense of security. Despite the fact that there is snow on the ground, they may leave home without proper winter clothing. But this strangely